What's up, everybody? It's me, the Qwan Young, looking scruffy, whacking, ugly as ever. However, I do not stay Gucci down to the socks. I'm here with Mike and DJ, the hosts of Good If It Goes, Jam, and a bunch of other shows here on Qwality Sports. They told me not to get rid of it, so I'm here for whatever the people want. We are here for the Qwality Sports Big Game 24 show. This is a bit of a reduced crew from what we're used to, but we're back. Like and subscribe to the channel. Listen, man, I'm in the fucking zone. I can't be stopped. Listen, Qwality Sports Podcast, we're back. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going up on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to your podcast. Let me get back into the groove. I'm sorry about that. The 2023 season recap. We'll kick it off with you, Mike. I'm going to straight up say it. If you've been following me on social media, I thought this entire season was trash. We've been saved through the playoffs with a couple of good playoff games. And I think the benchmark, for my opinion, is the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFL. Argue it.
So this season, for me as a Bears fan, it was really is our quarterback good or not season. And I still feel like I really don't have an answer. I think he is. I also think that we had ineffective play calling. We had a wide receiver one. DJ Moore had a good season. Defense was all right, but it still feel like we like a year and maybe a couple players away. So that was like my big thing this season. Of course, pick the Chiefs. We always pound the Chiefs around here. Pause. But I was really thinking that the Chiefs were going to have a more dynamic team than they actually did. A lot of drop passes, but I mean that's not what wins you football games. Wins or loses unnecessarily. Like you can't just blame it on one drop or whatever. But they persevered and they were I thought they was going to be. Shout out Lamar Jackson, man, NFL MVP. I did not necessarily see that coming. And if y'all go back to the season preview, I picked the Steelers to win that division actually as a high underdog. Now, I didn't think the Browns would have been in contention also. I thought it was going to be Bengals, Ravens, Steelers fighting it out. Steelers, I chose them strictly for coaching. So shout out to Mike Tomlin coming back for, I think, an 18th season or something like that. That's kind of like a few takeaways. Detroit Lions, there was so much hype going to the season as an avid Detroit Lions hater. Of course, I was just blinded by the hate. But shout out to them. They had a real good year. Not sure if they'll ever get back there again as close as they did. Let's see. The Eagles underachieved for sure. Cowboys going cowboy.
Let's not get you breaking down everything. Let's ask the most important question. Do the Bears move on from Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams?
No, trade the pick. Flip the pick however you need to get Marvin Harrison Jr., bro. And
DJ,
that's it.
DJ, you are also a Bears fan, quote unquote. I'm using air quotes here. You can't really see it. Do you think that the Bears should trade the pick with Justin Fields and not trade the pick? Excuse me. Do what Mike said. Trade the pick, get Marvin Harrison Jr. and stick with Justin Fields. What do you think?
Well, first off, why are you using quotes with me being a Bears fan? That's some bull.
Listen, if nobody giving me credit for being a Rams fan, you can't just flip your allegiance like that, Eagles fan.
No, I've been a Bears fan like all my life, and then I kind of just picked up Philly like when I was like maybe like 10. But I'm a Bears fan first, so like
lifelong Eagles fan. I'm with you.
So you switching yours up in the past 3 years is OC. Anybody could just go back to my old tweets and it's gonna be there. But
can we answer? Hold on, let's answer the question at hand.
You got a whole series of you been a Lions fan. You don't ever got me nowhere talking about Eagles this, Eagles that. Like you got a whole platform based on you being a Lions fan, and then now you a Rams fan. So like you can't say we the same. No way.
All right. We coming on the case hot.
He cooked your ass.
Hey, got his ass cooked.
But to your question, I do agree with Mike, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do. So I want to see them build around Justin. I want to see them add more pieces. I want to see them get what I think is the best player in the draft, which is Marvin Harrison Jr. But what I think they're going to do, I think they're going to get Caleb, and I think they're going to get whoever they get at like 9 or do some stupid trade back thing, and then they're going to roll it out with that. That's not what I want, though, but that's what I think they're going to do.
What do you want to happen?
Well, I'm going to keep Justin and build around him, man. Like, cause whatever the hard you are going to get, you are going to, be able to build your team up. And then, as we have seen, like in the past couple of years, speaking of like a team like the Eagles, like they won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. The San Francisco 49ers was in 2 Super Bowls with Jimmy G and Brock Purdy. Like we have seen recent examples of people building up their teams and not necessarily having like the best quarterback, and then sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. But San Fran been good for the past 5 to 7 years, and they ain't never had like, oh man, it's a top tier quarterback. They always had like a really good team and just have a quarterback to like don't
problem.
Yeah. And so
or try to thrust into that spot.
Yeah. And so if you get a quarterback and you be like, hey bro, just don't mess it up, and the rest of your team is good, then you got just as much chance of winning as if you got an elite quarterback and then the rest of your team is like kind of like iffy. But Justin got elite as far as like elite making plays out of nothing. So he can be more than just don't mess it up. Like he can be more than that. But I don't think they're gonna do that though. Like, but
I think what you're alluding to is the conversation around Purdy and the conversation around Fields, which nationally is basically the conversation around Lamar and other black quarterbacks. It's like we doing all this praising of Brock Purdy for being Mr. Irrelevant, and he's been put in a pretty good situation with all those weapons, a great defense. There's no room for him to fail, and if he fails, it's going to take a long time to figure it out. And we're talking about Justin Fields in year 3, who, listen, man, he put it together. And I watched one Bears game, and I saw whoever was it, Getsy calling offense. I think later in the season, I saw it was a play design where they had Fields roll out boot, like down on the goal line, and they drew a receiver to go all the way back across the field, and there was literally nobody in the flat. And I'm looking at the play design, and I'm like, yo, there's no way that I can't call it an NFL game because these motherfuckers is trash. Yeah. Like it's just a bunch of nonsense that like you don't got to get better. And I think like we can wrap it up here with this. Let me stand on my soapbox. It's the Dan Campbell conversation. Like we've been talking about the Lions and his decision making. Like yeah, he got him there with being risky and doing all that gambling, but at some point, like you got to adjust, man. You up 24-7, and go ahead.
No, but like to your point, people got to make plays. So like, if Josh Reynolds could catch, it's over. If Kendall Vildor, who we got rid of, could catch, it's over. If anybody on the Packers could catch, San Fran not even there. So like, people just be getting lucky, and then like you give one person credit for being lucky, but then you give another person. Like, you gonna down them for, like, tweaking. Like, even with the whole Lamar Jackson thing, if Zay Flowers could just get the ball over, if this person could catch, like, if Todd Monken didn't basically set them up to lose, like, we could be talking about a different thing. Players plays.
That's a different conversation, though. I'm talking about the notion that like football is a game of adjustments, man. He went into what was it, the second quarter with a 17-point lead, and like we can Monday morning quarterback it all we want, but they lost. And all that risky, this is his personality. He doesn't have to change shit. I think that's why the game is in the shape it's in, which is pretty bad shape in my opinion. Is because like I don't know too much, but I know enough that like we watched bad football this season. A lot of bad football, a lot of bad quarterback play, and I don't know. I think a lot of that is something that we'll dive into here deep on the Quality Sports Podcast here in the future. Now we're gonna take a quick commercial break. That's right. It's the Super Bowl. We got commercials. I shot them. They're for me, from our company. So we'll be right back in a few. My whole life, I thought I was gonna make it to the NFL. I'm Qwan Young. Football was a big part of my life. Big part. I always felt this responsibility that I had to take care of my family.
Hey, Howard. Pooh, I am tired of being filmed tonight.
I always took it as a challenge, like I've been trying to beat poverty. The vicious cycle of poverty states, poverty is the cause of poverty. I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. In Pontiac, the poverty rate is 34.1%.
We wasn't really poor.
I always knew we were poor. I never heard my mom say it. When I was 19, our house burned down. I've been homeless 4 times. I'm living in a motel right now.
That's the things that define you. How you react where there's a mountain in front of you. You gotta climb over it, you gotta go around it.
I'm driving to California. Making movies was my backup plan. Prize Picks is a creative new way to parlay picks based on expected fantasy point production and single stat projections. You pick 2 to 5 players and predict if they'll go over or under their projected fantasy point total or their single stat total. When parlaying the players, the larger your parlay, the better the payout. A 2-pick entry pays 3x. A 3-pick entry pays 5x. A 4-pick entry pays 10x. As a bonus offer, there's a flex play option. This provides an added level of security on your entry where you can decrease your multiplier received if you miss one of your entries, but hit on all the others. At FTN, we have Prize Picks coverage for every sport in both article and standalone pick format on our Prize Picks pick tracker. Use promo code FTN for a 100% deposit match on your first deposit of up to $100. We're back here on the Qwality Sports Podcast, Big Game 54 show. And hey, yo, it's time for a survey. One of my favorite wrestlers, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, Chico.
Hey, Chico.
Yeah,
Shout out to the bad guy. RIP to the bad guy.
Hey, score one for the good guys. Listen, we're going to play Survey Says. Here's one of the shows here on the Qwality Sports channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Survey Says, Mike versus DJ. We're going to let you guys decide in the comments who's right. You vote with Mike. You vote with DJ. Type their name in the comments. Survey Says, question 1. Who is the greatest Super Bowl performer of all time at any position?
We probably gonna have the same answer. I'm gonna go with Tom Brady. He got 7 of them things and he played quarterback.
For the sake of like argument, I'll go Jerry Rice.
There we go. That's what I like. These guys know how to get some conversation going. This is gonna lead to more conversation here on the channel. But I like that. And that's exactly, those are the 2 people that I would put in mind of who it is. And it's hard to argue Brady versus Rice because of the Super Bowls, of the comebacks. Like we know, we were spoiled by some of the greatest football over the course of the last 20 to 30 years consecutively. And that's a big argument. You can pull up the statistics. You can pull up the statistics here between Brady and Rice. DJ, what? I know you did it for the sake of arguing, but what makes you think Jerry Rice?
Just because, like, I feel like every game he was in, he put up numbers. He won a Super Bowl MVP, going 11 for 215 in the TUD. That was like one of those real like Super Bowl MVPs, not like the Deion Branch ones. And so like I feel like I gotta give him, his like credit. And Brady, yeah, everybody gonna probably say Brady, but Brady literally won a Super Bowl, 13-3 or something against your Rams. So like, was he always
lifelong Rams fan?
Was he always cooking in every Super Bowl? I'm not really sure, because even the one where he beat Pat, and that defense was going crazy. And so I just feel like Jerry Rice being the GOAT at his position, Like he always showed up in the biggest game.
Mike, now this is going to be the argument. Everybody automatically gives it to the quarterback because they posed it as a quarterback-driven league.
Right.
Obviously, it's Black History Month. How could you dare pick against Jerry Rice? You picked Tom Brady in Black History Month? What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, man, that ain't fair because every Super Bowl from here on out will be during Black History Month. Right? Hey, but I'm wearing a black quarterback jersey, bro. How blacker than it get than Patrick Mahomes, bro? Senior.
Hey, you made the choice, man.
But anyway, so this is what seals it for me, bro. When he went to Tampa Bay, 1 year, right to the bowl, bro. And did it. And yeah, DJ, you absolutely correct about that defense, bro. But I just think like this. I don't think it was many people that weren't on that same defense the year before that. So Brady was definitely the X factor, the difference maker. That's really what does it for me. I love the Jerry Rice answer, though. I ain't gonna cap. And the only other person that I would have said as far as stuff that's not in black and white would have been Lawrence Taylor during his run in the 80s because, I think the first time they won, he won league MVP too, which is not easy to do. And it's hard to will a team to a championship from the defensive line position, but like clearly that's what he did. So like I just think that the fact that Brady was on that team, like you plug in James went 30 for 30 the year before that. You know what I'm saying? They went
Hold on now. Don't say what you about to say.
They went 8-8, right? I think so. It's like you go from Jameis to Brady, you know what I'm saying, and now you win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And not only you
made that sentence sound real black and white.
No, I can't help that Jameis. They had a black quarterback before Brady got. What is you on, bro? What is you on? Why all the hate?
I didn't even be real hate.
Why the hate?
It's so much of real hate. It's so much real hate.
But like it could have been anybody, bro. It could have been Jameis Winston. It could have been Blaine Gabbert. They ain't Tom Brady, bro. Brady just was able to. First off, they still had Mike Evans. They still had Chris Godwin. Who was they running back? They ended the end of the season with Leonard Fournette, right? And so like you got pretty much the same team besides running back and quarterback. Defensively, I believe they had pretty much like nine starters come back or something like that, which is a big deal in the NFL. But having Brady on that team is why they won the Super Bowl. Now, if you want me to go back to the 6 Patriots ones, you could argue Belichick, you could argue some good defense there as well. But outside of when they lost a Super Bowl with Randy Moss, who did Brady have really like to throw to? What offensive weapons?
Deion Branch.
You know what I'm saying?
Bethel Johnson.
Deion Branch. You know what I'm saying? Corey Dillon got one of them, I think. You know what I'm saying? James
Troy Brown.
James White. You did have Brown.
Grunt,
Wes
Walker, Daddy.
That's a good segue. Hold on, that's a good segue to the next.
They ain't Jerry Rice though, dog. That's what I mean. Like they ain't Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
You know
make sure you vote in the comment section. Mike or DJ. DJ went with Jerry Rice. Mike in Black History Month went with Tom Brady. And
look, hold on, man. Before we go any further, Tom Brady not white. He clear. Tom Brady Negroes and shit, man. It's different.
Let's be clear. He clear. Survey says the better dynasty run part 1. The Chiefs now or the Patriots first 3?
I'm gonna go Patriots because the Chiefs not done yet. Like I feel like this question we should ask it after on Monday. Yeah. Like so just by default I'll just say Patriots because they first one is 3? It was like 3. Then
they won 2 and then they lost 1 and then they won 1.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say probably them, even though they had a lot of this is gonna go against my argument, but they had a lot of fluky stuff happen for them to get there.
The Tuck rule.
The Tuck rule and other things that just fell right into place. And so whereas for Patton, they really didn't have all of it. They just wanted to go be niggas.
Mike, you agree?
I'm gonna go Chiefs. I said on this platform probably after they won their first one, that they was gonna win 2 out of the next 3, so 3 out of 4. Now I was wrong. They did make it back to the Super Bowl, all but one of those years, and then they lost one. However, I feel like they're gonna win this one. I think they're gonna be the Chiefs Sunday, and the 49ers Sunday. But they've won the last 4 of the last 5 AFC championships. And the year before that, who did they lose to? The Patriots. So I mean, they are still going. And then let's not forget that after the Patriots won, they first 3, they didn't win another one for 10 years. Now that's not a knock at all, because it's hard to get.
It's hard, yeah. They were still there though.
That's not a knock. But if we just talk dynasties and like DJ said, like we talking like after this, you know what I'm saying? Mahomes, it ain't about to take Mahomes 10 more years to get back to win another Super Bowl, bro. That ain't happening. And this year I think is the best example of it don't matter who he got on his team, you can't bet against him. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, and I think this is kind of, and this will be the last thing I'll say. This is kind of like that Bulls winning them 6 out of 8, and then comparing the Warriors run. I think that's kind of like a similar comparison. And now we see like the Warriors, they damn near done. And who gonna bet against them if they get in? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So that's kind of like with the Patriots. Like, I never wanted to bet against the Patriots. You know, I think we was talking about it last week. Wasn't you always got to pay outside of who you are when you playing the Chiefs? Yeah. Last question. Last survey says here. This is my philosophy. Everybody says defense wins championships. Let me ask you this. Survey says great defense, mediocre quarterback play, a la the Ravens or one of those other sorry quarterbacks who won, or great quarterback play, defense on a run in the playoffs. Oh, so I'm gonna go with the great defense. So like I think about like Tampa Bay Bucks with like Brad Johnson, or like you said,
Seahawks getting smoked by the Broncos, like those, or the Seahawks. Seahawks smoking the Broncos. Because that was as DJ called him, chicken parm arm Manning at that point. So yeah, and it's just like if you can't score, you won't win. If you can't get down the field, you know what I'm saying? Like DJ talked about, the 13-3 Super Bowl. Like all we got to do is cross midfield and get to like the 40. If we got a solid kicker, we might not have to score touchdowns, but y'all can't even cross the 40. Y'all punting to us the whole game. We can play chess and win this game. We just play field position football. And I think that's why you have these high-power offenses that once they get to the playoffs, they get stuck. And that's why I think San Francisco is still there. Lions was all offense. Like last season, if you watched them, it was even more like all offense. The Lions games was going like the total was like 70 plus, like damn near every game, whether they was winning or losing. And this year, they run into San Francisco, who D'd up in the second half. Regardless of the drop passes and stuff, they still D'd up. And it wasn't going to end up close. If they would have played that game lights out like they did second half, in my opinion, it wouldn't have been close. So I'm going with that good defense. DJ?
I'm going to go quarterback just for the simple fact of like what we are seeing now. Like Mike make a lot of really good points, and I definitely see like all his points. But basically, like what we're seeing now is like, all right, if both things are like the same, we got the same playing field, which one of your quarterbacks is going to make the play? And then like, who do you got faith in? Just like, I'm never going against the Patriots. You wasn't saying that because of their defense. You said it because of Brady. I'm never betting against Pat.
And coaching, yeah. Which does go back to defense too. But yeah.
And so like, but look at the Chiefs now. Like this was the first year in a decade. These niggas had like a really good defense, but you wasn't betting against them because of 15. And so like, if all things are the same, which one of these dudes gonna make the play?
Make the difference. Yeah.
So like, if I'm looking at it now, like you need that guy because I can't. When was the last time the like defense pulled them? Probably was that
Seahawks, Broncos,
or
or Panthers Super Bowl.
Yeah, we gonna always which one that actually won. So we gonna always get that because like we talk about San Fran, they got Jimmy G and they got Purdy, but it was Pat making the play. People forgot.
And Jimmy G missing the plays.
Yeah, exactly. He threw two picks, and they still won. So like, I don't know. Like, so that's why I'll probably lean towards quarterback. But
listen, man, it's worked out perfectly. I asked the right questions, got the right answers. Survey says, make sure you guys vote in the comments. We're gonna play a quick game of Take a Guess here.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite internet personality, Qwan Young, and welcome to your new favorite game show, Take a Guess. It's simple. The first one of you to take a guess and answer correctly wins points. So, without further ado, take a guess. I don't know.
Take a Guess will be back for the Super Bowl individually. So we're going to play Take a Guess here. DJ versus Mike. We're asking Super Bowl questions. Question number 1. The longest kickoff return in Super Bowl history belongs to Jacoby Jones. How many yards was the return?
You said kickoff?
Yeah. 5 seconds.
105.
I'm gonna say 99.
It was 108. It was the 49ers Super Bowl, I think.
Damn.
As of January 1st, question 2, as of January 1st, 2021, he is the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl at age 36. Oh, that might be wrong. 36.
McVay.
It would be McVay now, but that was Mike Tomlin when I initially wrote it. But it's definitely McVay. Question number 3. I heard DJ first, so we give that point to DJ. The Super Bowl started with a 92-yard kickoff return from this Super Bowl started with a 92-yard kickoff return from Devin Hester.
Oh, what Super Bowl was it? Oh man,
I don't know which one it was. Wait, what's this year? This year is what, 40?
58.
58? Oh, no, it's WrestleMania 40, I think.
Yeah.
That's how you learn Roman numerals.
No, not past like 10. Nigga, why would fuck?
That's all I know.
The M's and that shit. I don't know.
There's 3 X's. That's 30. That's it. That's it. Hey,
all right, so this is 58.
It's 41. 41. XLI.
Dang.
XLI is 41. Question 4.
41.
Question 4. Question 5. In Super Bowl 34, this player tackled Kevin Dyson 1 yard short of the goal line for the potential game time score. 281. 330
Mike Jones.
I had to give you that one. There we go. We tied it up. Last question here. It's a tiebreaker. It's for all the marbles. Let me find a good one here. Name the only special teams player to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Desmond Howard.
Boom, DJ. With the win.
I feel like we just talked about that like a year ago or something like that.
As a Bears fan, that had to hurt saying. The winner of the Qwality Sports Podcast edition of Take a Guess is DJ. DJ, you get the floor. Say you got 30 seconds. Take it.
All right, man. So appreciate y'all. Appreciate this win. I definitely want to see a good game on Sunday. I don't want to see no blowout. Unless it's the Chiefs blowing out San Fran, because who really cares about them? But yeah, tune in and Qwality Sports will be back.
Qwanny's last word. Qwanny's last word on Super Bowl Big Game 54. I don't even know why that rule is. I just know that they said that you can't do it. I think let's not start the debate on Patrick Mahomes being the GOAT yet. I think it's on the precipice. Let's let him get 1 or 2 more. So let's let him win tomorrow and then get 1 more or whatever day it is. today. It's Sunday. Sorry.
You
Let's
hating
let
on
them
a
win
black
today.
quarterback? You hating on a black quarterback on Black History?
Real, hey, it's only gonna make them better. It's only gonna make them better. It's only gonna make them better, baby. There's motivation behind my hatred. Mike, prediction on the game.
All right,
Prediction on the game. Mike.
This year's Super Bowl is taking $26 million in wagers. It's the most wagered on event at all time. Bill Winovich will be the ref this year, and he was the ref the last time they played in the Super Bowl. So, with that being said, pound the Chiefs. He's one of the most passive refs in the NFL. So that means a lot of those holding calls, the Chiefs is number one in holding penalties this year. A lot of them probably not going to call. He let them play. Okay. His crews are also 49-28 on underdogs. And on the unders. And playoff underdogs are 4-2 with his crew. The Chiefs defense is elite. They got I think they had the number 2 defense overall in the NFL. And the zone coverage that the 49ers play, Mahomes 70% completion rate. 50% of the team targets go to Rice and Kelsey. So if you want to bet those props, put your props on the overs for those two. The 49ers technically are bottom 10 defense. So yeah, they got the people on the lineup, but if it comes to the numbers, they bottom 10. Pound the Chiefs, Mahomes, potentially the GOAT. Shout out to the black QB, black quarterback, and we're gonna be smoking that Purdy pack with Patrick Mahomes singing. And that's all I got.
That's a man that's done his research on FanDuel. I love it.
Yes,
DJ, you got your 30 seconds. Give us your prediction for the Super Bowl.
Chiefs 27, San Fran 20.
I was in the same range. I was on the Dumpster Fire Super Bowl Media Day. I gave away 28-17 Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be super close. I think they're going to be fighting for their life in the second half, 49ers. That's it, man. I think this was a great show. I like this format. Let's see if we can get another show up. Let's see if we can get this show up on time. Mike texted me. He said, are you going to be able to? This is like the third Super Bowl show we done did. Only one of them been one. I think the last one got up it was like halftime.
Hell no, that bitch up like Tuesday.
It was like halftime when the last one went up. They had predictions and everything. Listen, man, I love you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing more. You're going to be seeing more of these guys on Good If It Goes Jam. You'll be seeing more of me. Make sure you like every video because I am a struggling, starving artist, and those likes are feeding my children that do not exist. We'll see you guys next week on the Qwality Sports Podcast.